Hi, I'm Jennifer Whitmore from Forget Me Not Farm. We're in Candor, New York, 9 miles south of Brooktondale, and we're in the middle of nowhere. We're on 18 acres, which is Cayuga land. We have been raising our family here. We bought our farm in 2000, and we've had sheep since 2001, and I've been a hand spinner for 19 years. We raise heritage breed sheep, and we also have a huge garden where we grow heirloom vegetables and a lot of herbs, and we make a lot of herbal products like teas and salves from our garden. Our heritage breed sheep are Jacob sheep, Hog Island sheep, and we also have one Shetland ewe. Her name is Fozzie. I'm spinning her, roving right here. She is our matriarch ewe, and we love her a lot, and maybe you'll see her a little bit later on this tour. I work with my oldest daughter, Blessing, who's the reason why we got sheep in the first place. I felt a little bit overwhelmed getting started on the land and homeschooling and having such a big family, but she begged and begged, and then a friend located our first 3 sheep. They were absolute sweetest, and from there we went into, from our trial sheep and our free sheep, I think they were like $3. We went into our heritage breed calling. We were definitely drawn to crafts of the ancestors, like spinning and weaving and growing things, and homesteading. It's just in our nature. Our family's drawn to this, and so having heritage breed sheep and being members of the ALBC just seemed like a natural thing to do to help preserve those breeds. You can hear my daughter homeschooling over there, and so we just decided that we wanted to do that and support are basically like the favorite animals that we came across. Although right now I'm super tempted to add some Gotland in. Our farm is too small, and I probably won't do that. We mainly raise them for fiber, although we, full disclosure, we do eat meat, and sometimes we will sell some lambs, especially if it's a boy year. We used to sell our fiber and everything at the farmer's market, the Ithaca Farmer's Market, for a lot of years. But this year, due to COVID, we can't be there anymore. We've decided to stop most of our first person marketing. And so now you can buy our beautiful my beautiful hand spun, our beautiful roving from our sheep and everything at our farm stand and on our website. And I just want to say thank you to Local Fiber for hosting this opportunity, and I just welcome you to this virtual tour of our farm.
We have 5 pastures that we rotate our flock of 11 sheep through. Most of our lambs will be born out on the grass. We don't add our ram in until November to ensure that we can have nice temperatures for lamb births. If we do have to bring them in, those are for small amounts of time for shearing or for maintenance, and then they go back out on grass. We have a lot of shade in each of our pastures too. They're all shaded. One is very wooded, and we have not used chemicals in our field. We rotate chickens through. Sometimes horses are rotated through. We feel very strongly about not using chemicals on our farm because this is where we're raising our family and we're raising our food. We also do have some Angora rabbits that we blend in with my hand spun. Their fibers are really soft, and we have a variety of colors. We also do sell some of the Angora. Occasionally we'll have a bottle baby, and that turns into a farm school experience for the kids. They're raised with lots of love, and we get very attached, so those are usually kept here on the farm for the rest of their natural lives, because we just that doesn't get to happen very often. We don't have very many bottle babies, but we are a very close-knit family that we're doing everything together. And the way we raise our family and our food without chemicals it just had always kept me from ever dyeing my wool. I would spin and sell the natural colors of my sheep fleeces. But recently, there's been a surge in interest in dyeing without chemicals, and there are a lot of methods and recipes being shared online for using plants, and they're traditional, and it makes sense when you really think about it, because this is the way that our ancestors would have dyed. They didn't have synthetic dyes to work with. They weren't available for them, and so it started to make sense to me, and it started to appeal to me, because I think that re-dyeing garments is a more of a long-term win, and it really just matched up with what I was doing already, which was working with a lot of plants herbally and growing a lot of plants. So my equipment are mushrooms and blossoms and plants and roots, and apple cider vinegar mordant that's locally made, stainless steel pots, and I have a gas stove that they're heated on. Sometimes I play around and will dye some garments too for fun projects. She doesn't like the smell of my dye pot there. And I'm able to come up with some long lasting, vivid colors. This is another one of my equipment, is the Angora fiber that I like to blend in with the Jacob or with the Shetland. And we're growing a lot of our own dye plants now. We've started with woad and with madder. We also have a lot of just naturally occurring dye plants that are growing on the farm, like the goldenrod you saw earlier. But we already had the garden space, like I said, for growing our food and our herbs for the herbal products and for our friends and our family's health. And so using the botanical dyes just fit right in. And so for this is the third year now that I've been adding color as well as the natural fibers, and I just really spent all summer through the fall, which you can see this is a beautiful top. This is in our highest pasture here, and we just absolutely love raising our family here on the land. I just want to mention that I don't do this alone, that my efforts are fully supported by my family. It's always been wonderful working together. Our horses help pull hay and firewood in the wintertime for the farm, hay for the sheep over to the sheep pen. That's their winter pen. They spend 3/4 of the year out on the grass. There's my husband, and there's our whole family. We've got a big family.
Welcome to the loft of the Fiber Studio, where we are sitting in a pile of our soft wool. We're gonna tell you about our sheep breeds and what's so special about each type of fiber that we're raising. And Blessing is gonna go first, and she's the reason we have sheeps that we, got so many years ago.
So this is our Hog Island roving right here. As you can see, it has a really lovely sheen, and the color of it is not pure white. It's like a creamy, buttery white. So Hog Islands are a heritage breed of sheep. Our first Hog Island, I actually won through a essay contest through the ALBC, and from there we just got a few more. This fiber is excellent for felting. It's one of my favorite fibers actually to felt. It's dual purpose, you can spin with it, and then also I stuff my dolls and unicorns with it. It's a really lovely fiber. It's lofty and soft.
We have hardly any of it left because we participated in the ALBC Shave Them to Save Them program this year. And so we probably won't be selling any more of the roving until next season, next harvest. But you can get the yarn in the handspun. All of our botanical handspun yarns have been spun onto that we have for sale right now. They've all been spun on Hog Island fiber.
And this is our Jacob that I'm going to talk about. And first of all, I just want to talk about the Jacob sheep. They're spotted, and so each year when we're shearing, we separate out all of those different colors in the fleece, and it's actually a really fun day with pieces of fiber kind of flying around here and there to go in this bag or that bag, the dark bag, the light bag, the in-between bag, which turns into a different color of gray each year. We also do get some white, and we also get some brown from our Jacob sheep, which this you do not want to be spinning or working with unless you have a stash of chocolate near you, because you'll start craving it immediately. All of our Jacob fiber is very soft. We get a lot of comments even from other people who are familiar with the Jacob sheep, how, wow, this is a really soft one. And I chalk that up to our foundation ram. A ram, he was out of Amazing Grace Jacob farm, and he just had an amazing fleece. He was super, super soft. This is our 2020. This is our 2020 Jacob harvest. Bat and Kill Fiber Mill does a great job with this every year. And this is actually a lot lighter of a gray than we normally get because all of our colors went into the same batch. So this is going to be a unique offering for anyone who is looking for some very soft fiber to potentially dye over. If you are a spinner, it's a great fiber for a beginner to learn on. I've taught a lot of children and beginner hand spinners with the Jacob fleeces. We have different versions of the colors each year. This one has a little bit of brown in it, so it's like a heathered gray, and it's a little more springy, but as you can see, we have lots and lots of roving. We also have the different colors available in hand spun yarn. You could even ask for a custom spin if you're looking for thick and thin or looking for something more of a sport weight. I can make up an order.
Hi, we're at the other end of the farm now, near our farm stand, which we opened this year due to COVID. It was getting very awkward to socially distance, show hand-spun yarn to people to buy. So we opened a tiny little shop. It is off the road though, down this little barn driveway, and so we wanted you to be able to see that you can recognize our shop by our bright yellow sign. Our hours are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, daylight hours, until Christmas, when we'll be closed until spring.
All right, we'll take you to the shop.
Hi, now we're at the farm shop down by the little creek, and down here we have our fiber products for sale. There's the hand spun. I have a lot of sport weight and thick and thin spun. It's pretty bulky. And then we also have our botanically dyed roving. We have several of our shades of our natural colored roving all right here for you.
To make a purchase at our farm stand, you can use cash, or if you need to run a card, you can come up to the farmhouse where we have Wi-Fi. And you are also welcome to just give me a call and let me know if there's some roving or some hand spun that you're interested in.
I'm gonna show you our dolls and our Sweet Dream unicorns now. So these are our Waldorf inspired dolls. They are filled with our wool, and we use hand spun for their hair. I make all their clothes out of really nice soft cotton fabric. They're really cuddly. These are our Sweet Dream unicorns, also filled with our wool and organic lavender. They smell really, really good.
Okay, and now for just a minute, I'm going to talk about the other side of our farm, which is the plants, because we are a fiber and an herb farm. We also grow a lot of veggies, and you'll find that this farm stand will be stuffed with veggies in the summertime. But these are our herbal products that are for your body and for your bath, and we also blend a lot of teas. These are not just random formulas, but I'm actually an herbalist. I studied with Seven Song at the Northeast School of Botanical Medicine, and we've been developing these products for our family and for our friends, and we only make and sell what we really love. And back to Blessing.
I just want to let you know that you can find all of these products and more at our website, smallgraces at forgetmenotfarm.com.
Thank you, Local Fiber. Thanks for hosting
Thank
this.
you.